Hello all, welcome to Oracle Apex training session. In this session, we'll discuss about how do we create a form. Let's get into outline. The first one is we'll try to understand what is a form and what are the steps involved to create form. So before designing or discussing about form, we have to understand where does the form fit in the hierarchy of Oracle Apex development. On the high level, the first starting component is Apex instance, in which you have a workspace. Under the workspace, you create an application, and then you have a page, and then you have a region and item. The one which is highlighted in the dark, pages, which comes under application, that is where the Apex forms comes into picture. So there are two kinds of components or two kinds of pages, I can say. One is form and other one is a report. And in today's session, we are discussing about form. Okay. So let's get into the next slide. What is a form? It is a UI component wherein user can create or enter or update data. Okay, so it is just a user enterable component where user can create new data or update the existing data. Okay, that's what we call it as a form. Of course, you'll have a delete operation also, but generally the form is a user interface component where you can enter or update the data. Now, what are the steps involved? Let's see that. So the first thing is, as we know that the form comes under the application, you should have an application already before you can create a page. Okay. So assuming that you already have an application, then you have to click on create page. And then in the component, you can see an option called form. You select the form and click on next. And once you click on next, it will ask you, and of course the page number will be auto generated. You can mention your form name, and then you can select the data source for the form. It can be based on a table or it can be a SQL query, and mention the table name if it is based on a table, and then click on next. And you have to select the primary key. And in my case, I have mentioned the EMP number, which is the primary key in the table, which is EMP mentioned here. And then remaining thing, you can just go with the default and click on create page. And once you click on create page, you can see the result similar to like this particular form, wherein you have all the data and you simply click on create, and the data will get created in the update, created in the database. Okay. Now we'll see the same sample demo now from the application. So the first thing what I'll do is now I logged into my Oracle Apex instance. You can see the workspace name here. I just click on my username. You can see this workspace name is Apex with Aura Trainings. And the first thing what we have to do, if at all, if you don't have application, you just create an application, right? So I'll just click on create. And here I mentioned the application name. I'll say form application, and remaining thing I'll just go with the default. And now I'll simply click on create application. This step will create application. And the next step is I'll click on create page. And here we have to select the component called form. Click on, yeah, by default, it'll come to this particular page. And here I'll just mention EMP form. And here you can mention the table name, or you can select from here also. I select the table here, and the remaining all navigation entries, you can just leave it as it is. Click on next. The EMP number got auto selected, which is a primary key, which is already available. Click on next or create page. That's it. So our form is almost ready. And you can see this particular component, the type of this particular component or a region is called form. Type is form, which is based on a table, which we mentioned here, table name EMP. And under this, you have these columns. And you can just click on run and click on sign in, right? And we could see the form here. Okay. I'll just mention some information here. 1,500 or 1,500. Yeah, 1,500. Commission is 1%. That's it. Simply click on create. That's it. So row got created. And we can also validate from the database. You can just click on SQL Workshop, SQL command. Select start from EMP. I'll say where EMP. Or you can just simply select more rows, right? That's easy option. I'll say, got it. So this is a new employee which got created just now. So this is how we can create a form in Oracle Apex. Thank you.